I just thought we'd done everything, and I swear to God, we hadn't done Logan yet, but I said, Logan's going to be my last. I knew what the script I was excited about. I thought this is going to be perfect.
I occasionally work with a group called Pacific Wild and a guy named Ian McAllister who runs Pacific Wild, and I just love everything they do up there. So my hope is to go up there and get a distant look at a spirit bear.
In the dynamic, often unpredictable, and undeniably glamorous realm of Hollywood, where careers can ascend to the heights of superstardom and, conversely, be tragically derailed by a single misstep, the Deadpool franchise, with Ryan Reynolds at its helm, had become a shining example of unprecedented success. The character, known for his irreverent humor, his ability to break the fourth wall, and his relentless self-awareness, had captured the imaginations of audiences worldwide. The franchise, which combined action and comedy, had become a global phenomenon and had come to represent one of the most significant success stories in the modern era of cinema. However, even within this seemingly secure and triumphant environment, a storm began to brew. A controversy that threatened to unravel the very foundations of the franchise and to damage the reputations of those involved. This was a story of alleged disputes. The story would test the boundaries of success and, eventually, forced decisions that would affect many people. The entertainment industry was shaken. How could the actions of a star and his inner circle, and the resulting impact on public perception, lead to the departure of the actor who had come to embody the role and whose charisma had helped make the character so popular? Prepare to delve into a multi-layered and dramatic narrative, a story that will explore the complex and often turbulent interplay of celebrity, public opinion, the power dynamics within the entertainment industry, and the potentially devastating consequences of a high-profile dispute. And before we delve any deeper into this complex tale, please remember to subscribe to our channel and like this video. We would also love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment.
No, I mean, I always thought I'd end up as in law enforcement, like my family. So I didn't imagine that acting was a way to get out of the house. It wasn't really like a passion when I was a kid. It was something that I was already doing at home, to survive. So
Right.
you kind of, I noticed when I was a kid, making people laugh was a great self-defense mechanism. It really helped me kind of navigate my way through my own home with my older brothers and my dad, and I could diffuse them by making them laugh.
The initial indications of a potential conflict, the first murmurs of discord, did not emanate from the meticulously planned environment of a Marvel film set, a location where creative teams and actors were generally encouraged to collaborate in a supportive and well-defined atmosphere. Instead, the genesis of the conflict, the point from which the rumors began to take hold and spread throughout the industry, could be found within the world of online speculation. It was a place where rumors could spread rapidly, often taking on a life of their own, and frequently gaining momentum and credibility even before any actual evidence could be presented to support the claims. In this case, the central point of the developing controversy, the spark that would soon set the entertainment industry ablaze, concerned the future of Ryan Reynolds' involvement with the Deadpool franchise, and whether he would be able to continue his association with the character that had become so closely associated with his name. Given the remarkable success and enduring popularity that Reynolds had enjoyed in the role, the initial rumors that he might be parting ways with Marvel Studios seemed, to many, highly improbable.
Yeah.
My relationship with my father, which was very complicated and difficult. My dad was a very, I come from a middle class, kind of blue-collar home, and my dad was just of that generation, where it's just like, he was Clint Eastwood, less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
Okay, gotcha.
I think people tell themselves stories, and this sort of comes back to your worldview that you just mentioned about.
However, as the days and weeks went by, and as more and more information began to surface, the speculation, particularly on social media platforms, began to gain traction and to take hold, capturing the attention of fans, industry insiders, and entertainment journalists across the globe. This had the effect of making the situation even more complex, and it made the questions even harder to answer. At a crucial point in the developing narrative, an individual whose opinion carried a great deal of weight became inextricably linked to the story, and his viewpoint, given his history, would play a critical role in shaping the public perception of the events as they unfolded. This key individual was, of course, Hugh Jackman, an actor who was both a longtime friend and, on numerous occasions, a comedic sparring partner for Ryan Reynolds. The two had established a very close relationship and had frequently engaged in a variety of playful and humorous interactions, both online and in interviews, creating a dynamic that was very appealing to fans. The two had a natural way of communicating that appealed to their respective fan bases. So given the well-known nature of their relationship, the immediate question for fans and for many industry observers quickly became, what did Hugh Jackman know about the emerging situation? And if there was, in fact, a dispute, what role might Jackman play in the unfolding drama?
I would say that they're more surprises because they have beginnings, middles, and ends. They're not like, it's not just like a, hey, there's the person and we move on. It's they're there for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you said it just earlier, but I wanted to go back on that. You think that this might be the greatest film that you've...
I mean, look, most of the time when the movie is this much fun to make, you up bad.
Initially, the possibility that Marvel Studios would make the decision to part ways with Ryan Reynolds was met with widespread skepticism and disbelief. Reynolds, after all, had become almost synonymous with the character of Deadpool, and he was, by all accounts, one of the most bankable stars in the entire industry. Moreover, Reynolds had shown a great deal of skill and ingenuity in utilizing social media to promote not only his own film projects, but also to advance and support other aspects of his career. The enormous and undeniable success of the Deadpool franchise, a success that had been due in large part to Reynolds' singular and often unpredictable approach to the role, had made it a global phenomenon. Thus, the perception, among many, was that the studio, which had a well-earned reputation for carefully managing its high-profile talent, would be hesitant to make such a drastic move. They usually would avoid such a move. However, as the story evolved and the rumors spread, there began to be a shift.
About a month ago, this really hit home with me too. About a month ago, I was sitting in traffic and I was just like jamming These Dreams by heart. Oh. I was killing it in the car. And there was just this busload of high school kids that were parked right beside me. I didn't even realize. I looked over and every one of their jaws were just on the ground, laughing their friggin' guts out at me.
The rumor mill gained momentum, and the speculation, as it continued to unfold, focused on a number of key issues. The rumors centered on the creative approach of the film and whether it would be appropriate for a PG-13 audience. Questions started to arise. The rumors suggested that there were problems. This was a key issue, and it was believed that Reynolds and certain producers had a disagreement about whether the character's trademark irreverent humor would be able to translate into a PG-13 environment. According to sources, Reynolds believed that his vision and his particular comedic style might not be fully embraced, and that any dilution of the character would result in a loss of what had made Deadpool so successful.
And I'm really excited. But as I've gotten a little bit older, I sort of want to. Really, I'm lucky that I get to work in this industry, and particularly incredibly fortunate that I get to work in it this long. But I really want to work with people that are either immensely talented or people that I love and that I'm genuinely like best friends with. And unfortunately, Hugh does not qualify as either of those. But I am excited because I'm a Logan fan. So. And then that covers Will Ferrell as well. That's a guy that my entire life, I feel.
The narrative shifted as the rumors took hold that there would be conflicts. This was a key issue, and the rumors created a divide. Then, according to the sources that had become involved, the studio was making plans to move forward with a new Deadpool movie. The rumors began to focus on this matter, and the story began to take a new turn. These disagreements, which had reportedly become heated, centered on a variety of creative issues. The rumors began to say that Marvel made the difficult decision to make a change. The story said that the decision could have to do with a variety of creative issues, and it was said that the decision could, very well, have been based upon these issues. There were questions as to whether or not Marvel and Reynolds were going to come to an agreement.
Well, that is also accurate and weirdly high praise as well. It was just one of those. It felt like a live-action Pixar movie. It was something that, I wanted to do something where nobody was being stabbed in the face.
Yes.
There was almost no blood at all. I think I got a little paper cut on the movie. That was about it. And something that my kids can watch, but also as a parent, too, you want the parents need to get punched right in the heart as well.
Then came the critical moment when Jackman was asked for his opinion. The world waited. What would he say? The actors were asked by the media for their thoughts. Jackman has always been gracious. Jackman had become synonymous with the character. And so, would Jackman confirm the claims? The silence on the part of the studio was deafening.